Money, in terms of rich or poor. But broadly speaking, there are three different levels of rich. It feels like a pyramid divided into three pots, and at each level, lifestyle and things change very drastically. The difference between what a millionaire can do and a billionaire can do is just mind-blowing. In this video, we will be watching how the ultra-rich people live their lifestyle and spend their money, and including some of the most extravagant purchases you have ever heard of. But while watching this video, you'll notice a relevant pricing perception based on income. So if you compare someone who's earning $10,000 a year with someone who's earning $100 million a year, it's 10,000 times more, which means a Ferrari that costs $300,000, to them it is equivalent to spending $30. A $30 million home in New York, to them it feels like $10,000. But for a billionaire, such expenses require minimal consideration, and they would not even think about it before purchasing these items or experiences. Starting with the first level of rich, the top 1%. If your income is about $200,000 a year, you would technically be the part of top 1% of the worldwide earners, and so being in the top 1% may not make you feel quite as rich as you would think. At this level, you can live very comfortably. You have a really nice house, you often fly in the first class internationally, and if it's a special occasion, you might book a 2,000 suits. You can afford any healthcare you need, and in fact, no emergency financial situation can destroy your life. And yet, you are still not rich in the way that money doesn't matter, which is why beyond this level, wealth started to be measured in the net worth rather than income. So the next level of the rich is a net worth of $10 million to $100 million. At this point, you start playing in the big leagues, and most likely you run or have a controlling interest in a very large company. Now you have always stayed in the 5-star hotels, and you would have multiple residences all around the world. You can buy pretty much anything that normal people think of. Any cars you want, the fanciest jewelry, and so on. Instead of flying first class, you would be flying privates. Although having said that, you have typically chartered a flight or on a private jet. At this level, another big change that happened is your social circle. You probably start socializing with the congressmen, senators, and community leaders. You are likely very well respected within some of very high class circle. Since you are likely surrounded by other ultra wealthy people, you may start to feel you don't have enough. Sure, you may have just bought a new Ferrari, but your friend has a limited edition version where only 5 were ever made. And sure, you had dinner with the local governor, but your billionaire friend just had dinner with the president. Even at this level, people are still looking above, which brings us to the next level of wealth, $100 million to $1 billion net worth. To be at this level, you likely have an ownership or controlling a business that most of the public have heard of. Even if they have not heard of you directly, at this point, you can likely socialize with the movie stars, rock stars. You can go pretty much anywhere you want. As always in the style, you have multiple residences with the staff all over the world with elite cars at every residence. And when it comes to the buy things, talked about the most different things that you have ever heard of in the starting of this video. An Australian company that produces toilet paper of 22 karat gold, cost of over 1.3 million. If you are spending money on toilet paper, so why not to make an entire gold bathroom? How about the world's most expensive iPhone that has 24 karat gold? Sure, it's a lot of money, right? But now, here's the bonus part, which comes to the actual 1% in the top of this pyramid. Now it comes to our final part of 1 billion net worth and above. Before we get into what you can do as a billionaire, billionaires are worth of combined $13.1 trillion, and therefore you may have wealth between them than the poorest 5 billion people on earth combined. So now let's look at what you can do with that, because essentially you can buy anything, I mean anything. We're no longer talking about the luxurious item or experiences. It's amazing the level of access and respect as a billionaire. Within an hour, you could ask your people to get in touch with someone and they would be able to do it. And I'm not just talking about the contacting the celebrities, work with the same way but with powerful people within the politics as well. You can absolutely influence big changes in the world. Your money can literally change countless lives. The question is, how do you distribute them with a clean water for villages, fund new hospital, try to save a dying species of animal? With money, you can impact almost anything of your choice. So it's easy to look up and feel frustrated that some people have so much more than us. But look, if you have internet access, food in your fridge, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, then let me tell you, you are richer than the 75% of the world. In fact, even if you have $1 in your name right now, you are still richer than the majority of the world who are either in the debt